بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. حياكم Allah in a new episode on the great topic of Islam and women. This is the 7th episode. It's talking about the case of divorce in Islam. The topics or the matters we're going to discuss in this episode are as following. First of all, why the divorce is by the husband only? What if the wife wants to separation? Is it up to the husband's mood to make divorce? What are the steps before and after divorce? Let's see these one by one, as we will see inshallah in the discussion. The first question is why divorce is by the husband only when not women can make divorce. Actually, the man generally can control his emotions a lot more than women. That's known actually in every nation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala assigned the man to decide if divorce is the solution, the only solution. What if the wife wants separation and she cannot make divorce? That's easy. Woman has the right to ask for divorce if there's a valid reason. And Islam is allowed. Yes, she can ask. Whether to the husband directly or to the judge in the court. Also, she has another way if the husband refuses to give divorce. She has something called khul'. Khul' in Islam means that she will repay the money that he paid for her, to her as a dowry or a mahar. In Islam, she can pay it back to him and khalas, she has the right to separate. Is divorce up to the husband's mood? No, of course not. It is accepted if there are no other way to keep the family together. It's not just because the husband is angry that day or drunk or something and he make divorce. That's not acceptable in Islam. There has to be some conditions in there. What about the steps before divorce? What are they? Islam is so eager to keep the family together. So there are 3 things to be done before divorce. Depends on who is the problem from. If the problem from the wife, then as we mentioned in the disciplining the wife, she will be advised. He will desert her for some time. He may hit her gently, as we mentioned before in the previous episode. That's if the case or the problem is from the wife's side. If it is from the husband's side, then there is so many possible ways to stop this problem by asking someone to intervene to reconcile the family. What are the steps after divorce? Now the husband found there's no other way but to make divorce. What are the steps in there? In Islam, Islam made divorce gradually, not one time, by following steps. First of all, to make one statement. The husband will inform his wife that he is divorcing her. That's one step. One time, one statement. Then he will wait 3 periods of women. That's about 3 months. Okay? Recombining in here is possible. They can come back again and say, okay, khalas, this will be stopped and we can keep our family. Khalas, then divorce is not valid in here. Third step is if it's still not back, and they couldn't agree on anything, they couldn't reconcile, then the divorce is valid after three periods. There's a note here to say that Islam allows recombining unless divorce is repeated 3 times. We said 1 time, then 3 periods, then they are separated. But there's a possibility to come back again and marry. Yes. There's a possibility even after the second divorce statement is to recombine and reconcile and marry again. There's no trouble in here. While in the 3 periods of first time or second time, there's still a possibility of come back and reconcile and keep the family in the correct way or as agreed. After 3 times of divorcing, then it's not possible for the family to, or the wife to come back to her husband unless she marries another man, then divorced from him, then the husband can remarry this wife. All of these things, if you can see that it's the case of the family, the children especially, will not be the victim of these problems between the husband and wife. Now, just imagine how happy the whole society, the whole nation will be if we make divorces the last solution. Yeah, there's a lot of ways before divorcing. If the wife is hard to deal with, if the husband is hard to deal with, if the problems comes all around, we're not supposed to just go directly and make divorce. The family is supposed to be very strong, because if the family is so strong, the children will be raised fantastically. But if the husband and wife are divorced, then the children will be the victim. They will be in trouble. They will be in this problem. Most crimes happening because the children were raised far away from their father or from their mother and so on. So Islam is so eager to keep the family all together, and doesn't have to be that a man will love the woman or the wife will love the husband, or they will have no trouble. That's impossible. Every family has problems, but these problems shouldn't go too far that they will go to divorce. That's the case in Islam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our good deeds, and Jazakumullah khairan for watching this episode. And remember also that share the good da'wah cases or topics or videos, then you will share the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.